Welcome back to the Bare Minimum Show. I am your host tonight, Mike, and down there we got Michael Steinis, Magic Mike, and in the middle here we have, Ryan lost weight. No, we have Austin from Skol Hop Podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Out of Bettendorf, Iowa. We had Austin on a while back.
I think it was on like December of 24.
Yeah, on our old,
Wow.
our old show. Yeah.
And
We talked about a lot of football that day, which is good. I like talking about sports, and clearly you do too. And your co-host Evan, who bailed on us tonight.
Yeah,
Is Evan real?
Evan is real. I promise. You can check out if you look up the Skol Hop on YouTube and Spotify and everywhere else. You'll see me and you'll see a lot of Evan too. So I promise Evan is real.
But no pants.
So that is funny. If you're watching the video here, you might think I'm not wearing any pants right now. I'm actually wearing shorts. It's just the perfect angle of this camera and the desk. Kind of makes it look like I got some bare legs here. So.
That's hilarious.
You didn't see that other camera that's under the desk.
Man. That's a different kind of
clips
show.
out later.
Should have wore pants.
Yeah, that's on our OnlyFans.
You told me to wear shorts. So.
Bare Minimum Show OnlyFans.
We could open it up.
I mean, it's
Ryan's trying to sell feet pics.
Well, let's get it on there. We got to get a new car.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
man.
GoFundMe.
Well,
So we'll get to that in a little bit. But Skol Hop. So Skol Hop Podcast, and that is out of Bettendorf. You guys mainly talk about Minnesota Vikings football. So for all you Skol heads, is that what you guys call each other?
I mean, I've never heard that
Okay.
before.
I made that up.
what do you call yourselves?
I mean, I don't know. I guess when I address like our listeners, I'd probably say Skol Hoppers. But
Skol
I
Hoppers.
don't know if that makes any sense.
What do
or,
Viking fans call other Viking fans?
Viking fans,
Fans,
fellow
okay.
fans?
I didn't know.
Fucking Vikings.
Like, because, you got the cheeseheads. They call each other cheeseheads.
Do they really?
I don't know if they call each other cheeseheads or if that's just what we call them.
cheese heads. I thought you were saying chief heads. I
Oh,
don't know.
no, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah,
those
cheese
guys
heads
call
is
each other.
weird. Why would you put
Who
cheese
cares?
on your
Started at a Milwaukee Brewers game. Did you know that? Mm-hmm.
What
Putting
did?
cheese?
The
on-
cheeseheads.
That's
Yeah, and the Packers adopted it.
that's really cool, guys.
Roll Out the Barrel started at Milwaukee Brewer game.
What's roll out the
Yeah, I've
barrel?
never heard
The
that.
song Roll Out the Barrel. Roll Out the Barrel, the polka song.
Are you a Wisconsin?
No, but I've
Wait,
been
what's
to a
going
Packers
on
game.
here? I'm
What's going on?
confused
I know
now.
a lot of trivia.
Ah, okay. I've never heard that.
Actually, the trivia night we went and played, I didn't really do very
No.
good. I was cheating in the bathroom.
Don't say that. We'll probably play again.
Oh man.
You couldn't use your phones out in public, so I got to go pee. And I text them, and then none of them would look at their phone.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the Skol Hop. So tell us a little bit about the Skol Hop, Austin.
Yeah, Skol Hop. It's me and my friend Evan. We are the co-hosts of that show. We've been doing it for, I think we started May of 2023. So we've been doing it almost 3 years now. We're just a couple of dudes in Evan's basement, and like every guy. At one point, we were like, "Hey, we should start a podcast. What should we talk about?" And we're diehard Vikings fans, and we like beer, and we live in Iowa, so. We talk a lot of Minnesota Vikings and NFL news and stuff. And then we feature a different Iowa brewed beer every episode. So right now we've got a Big Grove Citrus Surfer in front of us on the bare minimum right now. And we do have a lot of Big Grove beers on the podcast a lot because they're one of the better Iowa breweries.
Yeah, I will say earlier we drank a Seven Hills Brewery beer.
Yeah, do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, because we drank them all, so we better talk about it.
Goddamn.
But earlier, we don't have to say why it was earlier. We'll just say earlier we drank some Seven Hills.
I do want to make sure that people are actually hearing us right now.
Yeah. I don't think I have a button for that.
Yeah.
You should get one.
Yeah, I should probably, right? So Skol is obviously Skol.
Yeah, we say Skol. In the stadium before every Vikings game, they do the Skol chant. It's all
Give me a
kinda
little
awesome.
history on what the fuck Skol is.
So Skol is just something Vikings fans and the Vikings have been saying forever. But
It comes in a lot of different flavors: mint, apple.
sure.
No, so like the Vikings did chant Skol.
So
Like
I
that's
don't.
a real deal.
Are you saying like real Vikings? Like Like
Yes,
actual,
or is this just some chant you guys made up?
Right now, I didn't make anything up, but Skol, if you're gonna say it, like every time on the show, Evan and I will cheers, but we don't say cheers, we say Skol. So Skol.
Skol.
There you go.
Yeah. So what's the origin of that? Though?
That's a really good question. So I know for
I
the
think that's
Vikings,
what
That's
you
what
were
I was
saying,
trying to
right?
ask. Yes.
I think it's been around the Minnesota Vikings for a long time, but around the time they opened up US Bank Stadium, they they started doing the Skol chant, which I think actually, the Scandinavian soccer team or something, they're the ones that actually started it. So it's like this cool like rally cry before the game, right before kickoff. They'll have somebody, Victor the Viking, the mascot, pound a couple of times on this huge drum. And, it's boom, boom. And then the whole stadium claps hands over their head and Skol. And they do it faster and faster until eventually everybody's just Skol, Skol, Skol.
Can we do one? Can we do one?
It's really cheesy.
Okay. No, we don't need to do it.
If you're watching it now, it would be, it's kind of lame. Kids love it, but I'll only do it in the stadium. Because in the stadium,
It's tight. I bet.
it's
He does it at his house.
you're all wrapped up into it. You're like, oh man, there's 70,000 people. Skol.
Yeah,
And it's
hell
awesome.
yeah.
That's why he doesn't want to watch football with anybody else. 'Cause he sits in his house going, "Skol."
No, I don't do it at home. Now, if my kids were like super excited, I'd get into it with them. But like, I will only do the Skol chant
So
like actually at the stadium.
So soccer hooligans came up with this.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, somebody's gonna comment and be like, the Vikings didn't even create that. So that's
Whatever.
true.
I don't read the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, the up by US Bank Stadium is actually really cool. I was up there this past year,
Yeah.
and I'd never done too much toting around there, but I went to a Twins Cubs game,
Okay.
and the Skywalk, you can literally go freaking past the Target Arena where the Timberwolves play, and right to the Target field where the Twins play, or you can go all the way down to US Bank and literally not have to go outside at all.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's
Which
tight.
is super helpful, in the winter months
In
when it's
Minnesota.
super cold.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And they can still get. I mean, restaurants, hotels. There's tons that are connected to.
Were
that.
you able to pay for that stadium through like the daycare funds or not? Just
Ah.
curious.
That's a state of that's a state of Minnesota thing. Thankfully, I'm not a resident of the state of Minnesota.
just-
No, it
fucking
is,
with you,
and
dude.
then so this is that area down there is a big Prince area, like Prince the pop star,
Mhm.
because obviously I think he was from up there or
I
something.
think, yeah.
But everywhere, all the skywalks, that's all that plays in there is Prince.
I didn't know that.
Yo, dude, it's and eventually I'm like, I would get so tired of this.
This
Like, I like
legit
Prince.
though? That's
Yeah.
all they play?
Well, that's all I heard.
Okay.
I mean, when doves cry, I mean, you know that song, you hear it, but Little Red Corvette
Yeah,
or
that's true.
Raspberry Beret.
You just named 3 songs. I would have never come up with the names of those
Oh,
songs.
really?
I'm not a Prince guy. Like I don't know. I don't get the hype.
Isn't he the king of pop?
Sure, yeah. Isn't that
Michael
like
Jackson?
another guy?
Depends.
Uh,
I mean, they were one of the same.
Was Prince kind of like Michael Jackson? I don't know what you're saying there.
Michael
Like,
Jackson
like
turned out
that.
to be a really good dude.
Actually, if you follow the news, it was him.
Apparently,
he
but-
might have been saving.
I believe.
Hmm.
I believe Macaulay Culkin.
Anyway,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Say goodnight,
move on.
Kevin. Good night, Kevin.
don't you have the button? Nobody asked you, Kevin.
No,
Oh man, I feel like I've heard that.
No.
Either way.
no, I have this one.
Bass, man. Slap the bass, man.
When that happened on our episode, was that you that commented that said you laughed so hard? Was it slapping the bass, or was that Evan?
That was probably me. If
Oh.
it was anything Skol Hop
It
on
was Skol
social
Hop.
media, it was
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was a good time. He slapped the bass.
I love slapping.
So you guys are on what episode are you on?
So our most recent one was 128. So we've been doing it for a while. May of 23, we did like monthly for the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then once the 2023 NFL season started, we went weekly, and we've been doing weekly ever since.
So you guys drink a beer every time that's locally from Iowa?
Yeah, every episode. It hasn't been a different beer, everyone. We've
That's
doubled
what I
up
was
a
gonna
couple of times, but for the most part, I mean, we've probably tried easily over 100 different beers on the show, and we've brewed our own beer twice.
What'd you guys name it?
So the first one, it was just the Skol Hop Hoppy American Ale.
Okay.
It was kind of an ambery beer with some hoppy flavors, which kind of, if you know anything about me and my co-host Evan, I'm a really big IPA guy, hoppy flavors, and Evan is a really big amber beer guy. So we kind of tried to brew a beer that was a good mix of both flavors, and I think we hit the nail on the head. We've got a friend of the show, Forrest, who is a really good home brewer, like
Shout out
really
Forrest.
good, yeah,
Yeah.
really good home brewer, and he designed that recipe and walked us through the process. But importantly, Forrest is an Illinois resident, so
Wow.
we could not brew the beer at his location where he normally would brew, because then we couldn't have it on the podcast because it wouldn't be an Iowa brewed beer. So we lugged everything.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, we
oh
lugged-
shit, dude, that's some good forethinking from you guys, and very honest as well, because nobody would fucking know
No,
if
but
it was. But that's staying true to who you are, and that's what type of these guys are, you know.
Is Forrest a Viking fan?
Forrest is he's like you. He's a Bears fan,
oh,
but he's
right.
much
Yeah, he's
more
like
of
you.
Just
a
like you.
He's like you.
he's much more of a Michigan Wolverines fan. So we do have that kindred spirit with being guys that like to see JJ McCarthy succeed. It's just he got to see his version of JJ McCarthy succeed a lot more than I've seen.
He got to see what
Maybe your
cheating
time is
looks
coming.
like.
Maybe, hopefully,
Yeah,
maybe we'll hit on that a little.
He got to
bit.
see what
Yeah.
cheating looks like.
I mean, when stealing calls, you still gotta stop it,
Yeah.
right? Even if you know what the other team's about.
There's
to do,
like
so.
a couple teams in college football I hate, and one of them is Michigan. I can't stand Michigan, and
What
it's
are the
mainly
other?
because my brother.
What are the other?
Iowa State,
Yeah.
Ohio State. I don't really hate Ohio State though. That's the thing. Actually, most Ohio State fans I find to be very nice.
Same.
Never had a problem with them.
I don't know if I've ever like actively known an Ohio State fan.
I've
they're
ran
just
into a
not there.
couple. That's about it.
Super nice.
Um,
I ran into one bad one. We were at Sports Spoko,
Sports Ground.
and it was the day that Iowa laid the woodshed to Ohio State, like 5-6 years ago.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
that night game.
Yeah, we went over to Spoko after that, and there was one Ohio State fan in there, and he was picking fights with people, and he
Oh,
tried.
is this the night that
Yeah, dude.
Zach
he
got all fired
Yeah,
up?
dude. He tried to
Really?
grab my cousin or my wife's cousin's butt, and I stepped in front of him, and like all of a sudden I feel his jab in my side, and I was like, and he goes, "The ground's gonna hurt when you hit it," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "The ground's gonna hurt when you hit it." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever," you know.
Sounds
You
like a
trust me?
Lions fan.
You don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, trust me. You realize where you are, and all of a sudden, my wife turns around and yells at this guy. And if you know anything about my wife, she's got two brothers. Ashley's the oldest. Then Zach, he's protective, and when he heard her, he turned around, and I'm like, oh great, here we go. And all of a sudden, I have these other guys come walk up, and they're like, is he with you? And point at the Ohio State fan. I'm like, no. And he's like, dude, this guy's causing problems. I said, don't know what to tell you. And I said, someone should probably tell the bouncer. And the guy said something to me, the Ohio State fan. I said, dude, you do not want to do this.
Yeah.
You are a lonely Ohio State fan. And all of a sudden I looked, and there was like 6 other guys behind me. And I'm like, I don't think you want to do this. And the bouncer came and
Bye.
grabbed him and threw him out.
There
And
you
I'm
go.
like, dude, that was the only Ohio State fan I ever ran into that's an ass bag. But he was probably drunk.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So how did the Skol Hop start?
All right. So yeah.
Might
Like
have
I
heard
said,
this before.
Yeah. So I'm a diehard Vikings fan, and my fandom started with my co-host Evan. I was born and raised in Iowa, and my family's not really big sports fans at all. For all their good parts, the biggest fault is that they would have never entered me into becoming a sports fan. And honestly, had it not been for Evan coming in and saving my life with being a Vikings fan, I probably would have figured out I liked football and then jumped into Bears fandom because
That would have been fine
they're
for
the
you.
closest
Yeah.
team.
We could have had a podcast called I
The
don't know.
Bears suck.
No,
so-
you couldn't have.
Bear Hop.
No, you wouldn't have.
No.
I wouldn't have been here.
But as a kid, I think Evan and his family moved to Iowa when we were like 3rd grade, and then we ended up going to the same church together, and then we became friends. And whenever I would go to his house, if it was a Sunday, and I'd be watching the Vikings, and pretty quick, I figured out I like that. So
Yeah.
I just started watching the Vikings, and that was probably like right when Culpepper and Moss were exploding, and they're starting to
Yep.
look really good. And you had the offense that see Randy Moss catch a few touchdowns, of course you're going to be enamored by that team.
Of course.
Chris Carter.
So yeah, I was hooked ever since. And, Evan and I, we've been friends our whole lives. So growing up, went to college together. And then after school, after a little while, it's like, hey, we should start a podcast. I think everybody says that at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
And we were like, what should we talk about? And we're like, we know we talk about the Vikings a lot anyways, so let's just hit record when we're talking about it. So
you guys went to college together too.
Yeah, up at Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Evan didn't get into Dartmouth, and you didn't. That's a super bad quote.
Super bad.
Oh man,
You won't get it.
Yeah, I've seen it once. I've seen it once, like way back when it came out. But,
Watch it again.
Yeah.
well, I would have, but I'm going to be here a little while. So.
I don't know why. We got a podcast to do.
Yeah. We just started.
So the Skol Hops for every fan, huh? Diehard fan, casual fan.
Yeah, so like we say whenever we open the show, we're just a couple of dudes that like talking about the Vikings and drinking beer. So, I mean, we know what we're talking about. We're not just some morons that had a microphone and kind of watched football one time. Like, we have a good idea of what we're talking about. But also, we're not like super crazy nerds about it where we're going to talk about, defensive formations and how everything should line up the right way, and you morons that just watch TV, you don't know really what you're watching. No, we're not those guys. So we've got opinions, and I think we agree a lot, but we disagree quite a bit too. And I feel like we've got a good vibe, good laid back vibe. So if you're a fan of the Vikings and you don't mind Iowa brewed beer, we're definitely a show for you. But if you're a Bears fan and you don't care about the Vikings at all, maybe we're not the show for you.
I mean, I don't, but I still listen.
Yeah,
sure.
and
Well,
I mean,
appreciate
like,
that.
going back to what you said about, we kind of know our stuff, and you keep it fun. I mean, I think that's where it's going, right? And that's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear the people that are sitting, I'll just say it, ESPN, stuff like that are the talking heads that have never played a snap in their life, and they think they know everything about the sport and shit like that. At least you guys know what you're talking about, and you're knowledgeable, and you keep it fun, and you keep it loose, and I think that's what people are kind of looking for these days, anyway.
Yeah, and that's what we're going for. Just nice, easy listener that maybe we'll give some good opinions and make you think about the Vikings in a way you wouldn't have thought about.
Yeah, is it like group therapy for all the Viking fans?
We need it. We definitely need it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is. It is nice because we record Monday nights. So sometimes, and this year was a lot of it, this past season, it'll be a tough game. And right at the end of the game on Sunday, I'll be like, I don't feel like talking about the Vikings at all. But then, the next day, by the time we sit down and start recording, it's like, all right, I needed to hash this out.
Yeah, that's got to be hard, actually.
Yeah.
Evan, cancel the show. We're done.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe that's why Evan's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still feeling bad about the season.
The season was rough.
No, he's a high school cross country coach, so he's got a lot of responsibilities there, and he does a lot with track too. So
totally get it.
Something came up, so he was supposed to be here, and we'll give him crap. I give everyone permission to comment on all of our stuff and just ask if he actually.
Eventually, we'll get him here.
Eventually,
we'll get him here.
Someday.
Yeah,
How many
this
more studios will
this
you
is
be
twice
in
now.
before?
Yeah.
Oh no! Hopefully this is it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hopefully this is it.
If we're out of this one, there's some other issues going on that won't be talked about.
The show might be over.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to buy a Roadcaster?
Yeah, we'll talk. I don't know. Does this one work?
It does.
Hey,
It does. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the technology industry, and to tell you what, technology is a bear.
Yeah.
And you add all these components. I mean, all these cables coming out of it. Eventually, something's going to not work. And nowadays, when you turn something off, they update all the damn time. They got all these updates. I mean, you turn it off, then you miss an update. Then you're going to sit and wait for it to update. So you leave it on, and then it locks up.
Yep.
Or
Listen to
something.
us. Listen to us.
What?
We're the old folks now.
Yeah.
This TV won't work.
Yeah. Well,
on the side.
I think that always it works well with our name, right? Bare Minimum Show.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
We give bare minimum when it comes to our technology, and not really, but
at all.
I mean, when it comes to testing our technology, there's some bare minimum there. Let's get here on our busy day and say let's roll.
We did test.
We did test.
Yeah.
we had audio, but it was the wrong audio.
I've heard it said before, you're not a real podcast until you have a completely unrecorded episode by accident. And congrats, guys. The bare minimum is a real podcast.
What happens if we've had that like 4 times?
As the bare minimum?
No.
Oh, there you go.
This was the first one.
Yeah.
This was the first one. Yeah, look at that. We got it figured out. So tonight we're gonna dive into a little podcast grind talk. I think we could spend all day probably bullshitting about the Vikings and about how the Bears won the division. And
this guy,
and
one good year, ride that high horse, buddy,
like-
until you're back to 6 wins next year.
Kind of like
I don't
Vikings,
think so.
or it's kind of like Lions.
Well,
No.
of course you don't think so. Of course you don't think so. You would never want
I
to
don't
think that
so.
way.
I bet we're the top of the division again.
Oh, we can
Make
I'll
a
come back.
wager. They're
I'll
on
come
to
back
this.
We'll
when
see.
the
We'll see.
season
They're
starts.
on
We'll
to
see.
this.
Yeah, we'll have you back on when the season starts.
Yeah.
Maybe Evan will show up.
Maybe. If I
Maybe.
can find a guy that looks like whoever I have on the show every week. Just kidding.
Look alike for Evan out there. So the podcast grind, our name's the Bare Minimum Show. We did not name that specifically for what we do because we had that talk our first episode. We don't give the bare minimum like in our day to day. We definitely don't.
No.
In our family life and our work, we don't give the bare minimum. But the bare minimum allowed us to be a very generalized name, so it didn't tie us to the Vikings and beer or man top, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
So, but it also allows us to talk about things. So podcasting, when you don't podcast, you don't understand the term. I'm going to give it all my energy and I'm going to get bare minimum results.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And we do.
Yeah.
Right?
It happens. Absolutely.
From episodes that have 4 views, from episodes that have 20 views, from Facebook posts that have 3 views,
Right.
or 3 comments or whatever. But then there's also that time where you post something and you get a shit ton of views. And you get, you feel accomplished. But then the next day you're brought right back down to bare minimum, like I'm starting over because, okay, well, the last thing I posted had 7 million views or 50,000 views, and now this one has 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your take on that? What's your take on the doing it all for bare minimum results?
I think it goes back to your motivation of why you're doing anything, especially podcasting. Like we're having a lot of fun here right now.
Yeah.
And so if your whole goal,
Extended fun. We're having extended
yeah,
fun.
it's a great time. But if your whole goal and the only reason you're creating anything is for the attention, maybe you'll get some vindication out of that. Maybe, maybe you're just really good. No matter what you do, you're going to get tons and tons of views every time, or, maybe not. So if your goal is just, I want everybody to look at me and I want to be so great and I want to put out, just the most loved thing possible, like maybe that's not the way to look at it.
Right.
The way you're going to put out the best stuff possible is if you put out what you love to put out. And
100%.
if you love every episode you're doing, and eventually other people will find you and love what you're doing too. So,
Yeah.
right now we've had the episodes where, holy cow, we've got, 500 downloads, it's like everybody loves us right now. We're doing everything right.
Yeah.
And then the next week it's like, oh, we have 4 views. Like,
Yeah.
maybe it was a fluke. I don't know, which can get really debilitating and really, demoralizing if, you get 4 views and you expect 500 views every episode. And, but it really wouldn't matter if you're doing what you love, you just keep going back out there.
Yeah, and I think like for you, like you guys, you're the Skol Hop, right?
Yeah.
So everybody knows you're going to tune in to Skol Hop. You're going to hear about Iowa beer. You're going to hear about the Minnesota Vikings.
Right.
We have really done well on this run of our podcast show of having topics.
Mhm.
We talked about that when we rebranded.
We did.
When we were like, okay,
We
we
said,
got to do something different.
Well, and part of the problem was we found ourselves, if we didn't have a topic, we ranted about anything and everything, and
Yeah.
it would get us in trouble.
Mhm.
Right.
Not necessarily by
Quite literally.
Yeah, well, I'll let him say it. That's fine. Yeah, quite literally would get us in trouble. Like the things like podcasts aren't censored, right? Podcasts don't have any control because on a podcast you could say whatever you want. It's not like a plane, like bomb, bomb, bomb. You don't say that. You
Mhm.
can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
And there's no punishment, essentially. Like YouTube could take you down, but there's no, you know what I mean, to an
Right.
extent. But then you have to realize that in your hometowns and in the people you deal with, you might cross the line.
Yeah.
And so when we didn't have topics, we would find ourselves just ranting about anything and
Mhm.
everything. And all of a
Right.
sudden we'd be like, you know what? Probably shouldn't have said that.
Probably not
Yeah.
a good idea.
I think we almost had a hot button mishap the last
Oh,
time.
yeah,
around.
last time
there
you were
was
on.
something on there.
Yeah, that
We got
hot
rid of
button
that one.
Yeah,
We got rid of that one.
Well, see, with the Rodecaster, when you hit a hot button, if you stop it and you don't let the sound play all the way through, it picks it up right from that
right
part.
where it was.
So we had pushed
Okay.
that button already.
and then stopped it right before the horrible thing. And
Yes.
Yeah. So
We don't have to go back to that.
Yeah. Anyways.
yeah, that was. But anyway, so we decided we're going to stick to topics,
Yeah.
and you know, if we might do a 30-minute TikTok live or a 30-minute YouTube live or something sometime. I've had people ask us to get back to live
Yeah,
episodes.
I have had that too.
And really the people that are asking us, I believe, would be like my wife, maybe his wife and
Yep.
stuff, because that, I'll be honest, that's the only time my wife listens to us is when we're live.
Yeah.
Um,
My
It gives
wife
them
doesn't
something to do when
listen.
they're
gives them
home.
something to do when they're
She
home.
don't listen.
My wife has never listened to
Yeah.
a single
Oh,
Skol
shit.
Hop
She's not a
episode ever.
Vikings fan.
She might not even know the name of my show, honestly.
Is that baseball?
Yeah, right.
But so we stick to topics. You know, we talked about video games. We talked about the first one was just about the bare minimum show, what we're
Yep.
bringing. Talked about algorithms.
Yep.
Last one I was okay with. I was really tired. We talked about movie trilogies, which is
I
there
like
even-
that one.
Is there even a thing of movie trilogies anymore? They always make more.
It's more like
Yeah.
franchise now.
Yeah,
it's
the new
franchises
word for
now.
it.
So, but
And Ryan cheated anyway.
yeah, he
Yeah.
picked Star Wars,
Yep.
and he told you couldn't pick Harry Potter.
Yeah. Which I understood why I couldn't pick Harry Potter. And I guess we kind of did come to an agreement. Okay, they did come out 3 at a time, blah, blah, blah. It's Lord of the Rings, everybody says.
But one thing we promised ourselves this time around is we weren't going to get involved in any politics. Like,
Right.
and that makes great content. You're going to get followers.
It does come up.
It
Every now and
briefly,
then.
Came up a
but
little
it's-
bit on the last episode.
briefly. But
I'm not. No
and that was
shade,
my
but,
fault. And I'll put my hand up. I'm usually the one that says, let's not talk about
and
it.
then he did it.
But I will say, as
He
a
set the
listener,
rule,
you guys, no matter what your
Yeah.
personal opinions are,
Yeah.
on the show last episode, you were within bounds. I
Yes.
don't think you were saying
We will
anything
move on quick.
that
Yeah.
would have offended.
Well, and I think it was
anybody.
set. I think when he said it, we all knew what he was meaning, and we
Yeah.
were like, we don't even need to discuss any further. Let
Yeah.
him say what he wants, and we agree.
Yeah.
um, you know, I think where it gets heated is when we don't agree.
Yeah.
I mean, and so I think the direction we're going now is definitely great. But I also think where we stand is we don't care if we get big. We're
Yeah.
just having fun, hanging out with the boys.
And
it'd be
you would
great.
care, but it's not
Yeah.
your whole
Yeah.
focus. You're not
I
going
don't
to
know.
quit in 5 episodes if you don't
Yeah.
get.
We
to a
won't
certain
stop
benchmark.
doing it if we
Right.
don't take
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
And I think that's where kind of it we kind of touch on it is like if you're passionate about it, right? You got to be passionate about it, and I think we all are. You know, it doesn't work if you're not.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have those views, you don't have that satisfaction. Like you get that real high, and then you get pushed back down forever, right? And then maybe you have another one pop off. You know, if you don't have that passion, it's very easy to walk away. I would say in our last show, it got to the point, you know, every now and then where I was like, nah, I'm gonna go do something else. We got something else going on. We're busy working on something else. And it's we could have prioritized the podcast over something else, but you know what? I think it's kind of easier to walk away when you don't get that satisfaction, but when you get it, it's kind of nice.
Yeah,
Dude,
right?
especially when you leave from doing an episode and you're like, that was awful.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just I just knew it. Like I was just like, that was awful.
Yeah.
Like there's 4 of us there. We were all trying to talk over each other. We really weren't even trying to talk about anything important or in general or whatever. And I
Yeah.
just left there going, my head hurts.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
ears hurt.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we got a new focus, right? And we're having fun.
Yeah.
And like I said, it does matter if we didn't become big, we didn't become big. I mean, it's a grind still, and you get these. I remember Mike Schulte talking about it. That's where I first heard about it. He talked about it on our podcast. He's from Confused Breakfast podcast, He's also the drummer of the Pork Tornadoes.
Yep. They're going to be here this summer.
Yeah, he said he's going to come down here.
Yep.
The high that you get of watching your videos explode, right,
Yeah.
when they do. And you said you had a 77 million one.
Yeah, we got one TikTok. We have a couple that have reached into the millions, but like 2 or 3. And they're not our normal content, but it's injury videos. So like in sports,
they'll take
injuries
off.
happen.
Right.
And if I see like a gruesome injury on TV, I'm gonna pull out my phone and record it and slow-mo it and then talk over and be like, oh, that looks terrible, and hope he's okay, when his
Right.
leg's like pointing the other way.
Right.
And people that gets views, but that's not like our normal content. That's, if you listen to the Skol Hop podcast, you're not gonna get an hour every week of just injury videos. So like you're gonna get us talking about Vikings and beer. So like, but that still means, we still got a couple of videos. It's like, man, these are exploding.
Right.
And for a
Yeah.
couple of days, you're just watching the views just go
Bing,
up and up
bing,
and up.
Bing, bing.
And it's awesome. But then
Yeah.
like our normal content's like, oh, we got 500 views or 1,000 views on TikTok. You
Yeah.
know, which if you know TikTok, 1,000 views, like, okay.
Big whoop.
Yeah, like
Right.
you posted something. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, we had a couple go off
Yeah.
lately, and it was like we were looking at each other, we're like, like now what, dude? We got to put something else out. We got to get another clip
Yeah,
out there.
so like I was doing some research on it because I know TikTok. I know TikTok from taking a dump and scrolling, right?
I'm
and-
honestly not even
yeah,
on it.
no, I
I don't-
scroll videos while I poop, but so I didn't know, like, hey, if I got a video that's literally getting comments every second and getting views and getting likes and getting reposted, do I post another one?
You gotta keep that
and,
high going.
And
Yeah.
they're like, but like, when do I post that? And
Mhm.
everything I read was like within 24 to 48 hours, post something similar to what you posted. I'm like, okay. So I posted another one, and that one started rolling, and I was just like, shit. This is our content. Like, this is not taken away from the injury, but because you voice over it and talk for the Skol Hop
Yeah.
on those. But like, this is a conversation that Mike Ryan and I had
Oh yeah.
about Modern Warfare 2 game lobbies
Yeah.
and about
Mario Kart drunk driving.
Mario Kart drunk driving.
Yeah.
And there's 50,000 click, 250 comments. And you're just like, this is awesome. Like, let's start packing our bags and fucking talking to the bigwigs here. We're
Yeah.
getting big.
Yeah.
And then you slowly realize, no, we're not.
Okay, the next one's got 10 views.
Yeah.
But that's what keeps you hungry. Anybody that's passionate about it is going to keep, you're going to come back and you're going to stay hungry with it. And, what I don't think people understand is like, there's still a lot of work behind that,
Oh yeah.
Right.
and like, we're all family members, at least us three sitting here. There's a lot of work that goes in behind it. I can't say that personally because I don't really do much of it because the only computer I have is my school computer. I'm not doing that on
Right.
that,
Yeah.
and I can't do it on my work computer because I
Right.
can't access anything.
Right.
So
Well, and I think that's the thing is you start looking at the time that you spent versus your audience growth, and you go, wow, am I
Yeah.
wasting my time?
yeah,
Because there's more time to it than what people want to think. And so take it from me, who does probably 90% of the cutting and everything.
oh yeah.
There's
Dude,
tools out there.
Give yourself a little more credit.
Oh.
I mean, 95 probably.
Yeah, the only thing we asked Michael to do was help build the studio, and he didn't even do that. No, I'm kidding.
It's a beautiful place.
I think you've hit on that every episode of the Bare Minimum Show.
And I
he
think
started it. He
He's
started it.
flack for that every episode now.
The key is you call yourself out
Yeah,
before
yeah,
anybody else can.
He did. The Ryan was not happy with that. No, and to be honest with you, there's tools that help you, but it's still like, and if you don't use those tools, you got to pick up. Well, what do I think is going to go viral here? What
Yeah.
do I think if I'm
Yeah.
going to cut this out? What are we talking about that's going to go viral?
Yeah.
Is it going to be the Modern Warfare 2? I had no fucking clue that would be the one that
No.
took off. Like,
Mhm.
I think it's great because I lived in it, and
Right.
I was part of the problem on those games, right?
Right.
Oh, those chat rooms, man.
Oh, dude.
bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's like some of the comments that was like that they were saying. I don't really read it, but they were saying some of the comments were like, "Oh yeah, it was all racist." And it's like, yeah, dude, that's why you wouldn't survive in there.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably 16 years old, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, go study some fucking
that was-
homework.
That was the whole content of it. Was like kids today would not survive in a Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 2 or Halo lobby where you could have the pregame conversations, and there was no chat ban, and there was no.
Yeah.
And people are like, I talk about it all the time because I'm a nostalgic person. Fred Durst taught me how to talk, right? I mean, like, he taught me what the F word meant.
Yeah.
And then, I thought I was pretty smart, but Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, they really educated me.
Yeah, I learned a few words in
Yeah,
those lobbies.
some
What,
colorful stuff.
What do you use CapCut, right?
I use Opus Clip,
Opus Clip.
and then I use CapCut, and then like a lot of our pictures and stuff are like Canva.
Yeah, I use a lot of Canva. And honestly, as far as like clips and stuff too, if you have the video file, like just putting it into TikTok on your phone, you can clip up things pretty well
yeah.
too. So I don't know. It hasn't translated into tens of thousands of views for some of the normal content we have, but it's a tool out there. It takes some time though. Everything you do takes some time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Cutting
is it
takes
worth
some
it?
time. I
Mhm.
mean, because you try to cut it in that perfect spot, and then you rewatch it, and you're like, no, that does not look right.
Mhm.
Or I got, Ryan saying something dumb when I thought I cut it out, or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's hard. And that's where Opus Clip comes in, I think. You dump your whole video into it. AI decides what they think, and then it scores them. Some are good, some are bad. Like the biggest problem I find like with the desk is and it's one camera really is it'll do the camera angles, change them, zoom in on who's talking. It's hard for it to pick up because we're so, I don't want to say close, but like if I'm talking right now and I look down, mic number 3 or mic number 2 picks me up every now and then.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot, but enough to where if it was taking the audio to decide who's talking, it's gonna be on me the majority of the time. 'Cause, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just,
absolutely.
but it's a grind. It really is.
Well, and I think it goes back to like, the time commitment versus like the bare minimum viewership, like what is worth it. And I think that's where you have to hone in and be like, all right, whether I get 10 views or 1 million views, like I just need to be passionate about what I'm putting out right now.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So, and then once you put it out there, just take what comes. It's sometimes I have had things where I'm in the middle of editing it and I'm like, man, this is going to go off. We had a lot of fun doing this. This game was really cool. It's going to be super entertaining. And 100 views later on TikTok, which is literally like nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, why did I just sit there for half hour? But then I watch it. I'm like, man, that was really funny. Or I had a good time putting this together. Or that was a good part of the episode. Like, it's just, you ultimately have to not care. I think I said this before. Like, I think we're
earlier or like on a different show.
No, but we're all lucky too that like we don't have to sit here and sweat like crap. This podcast needs to get this many downloads, or I can't pay my mortgage, or our sponsor is going to drop us if we don't hit this mark, or like we're not sitting there stressing about this. I mean, I know the Skol Hop isn't at that level yet. Some shows are. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever hit a benchmark like that where it's like, we need to perform like this, and if we don't, then bad things are going to happen.
Not really.
No.
I mean, like, and that's great. What's great about all of our partnerships and sponsors we've had is that, I mean, they know that we're not new, but they know that we're potentially up and coming. They know that we're trying, and all they care about is maintaining a partnership that we can say, hey, we're doing everything we can to promote you. And promote your product, and we're not really asking for much. And look, Vans Liquor is our OG sponsor. They've been with us since day one,
and we'll never give them up.
And as long as they're willing to keep going, we're going. And we used to have some conversation about that because we would have other partners paying money for us to promote them, and it's like, well, Vans and they get the same amount of airtime as them. Is that fair? And I'm like, yeah, let's just keep going. Like, it doesn't matter at this point. Partnerships are partnerships.
Yep.
Right.
Badass Beard Care, we'll get to them later, another partnership and stuff like that. So our partners, they know, and all of them have said, there's no good way of telling how many people are hearing you. You could tell me you have 1 million followers, and I'll be like, do I expect all 1 million to come in here and say, I heard you on the Bare Minimum Show?
Yeah.
No. But, we've never been in that situation where it's like, if we didn't perform, something's going to happen.
Right.
No, I could see it, as we get going here, if we stop doing episodes for another month or for, take a break again, I could see fans going, I think we're done.
Hey, yeah.
But we don't want to get to that,
Yeah, yeah.
and so, I mean, and I think, a thing is you, when you're the one that's diving in all the time to your socials, to your Amazon, your Apple, your stuff like that, you always then look at the numbers and you go, wow, is anybody even listening?
Yeah. Where is everybody?
And then you start thinking, well, how can I even get more people? Do I have to put more hashtags on there?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and like honestly, that's like, we did touch on an earlier episode. It was like, it is almost like a therapy, right? Where like you sit down and it is relaxing to like, you're not shut off, right? It's not like laying down and closing your eyes or like reading a book, but it's like, hey, I'm here, I'm venting, I'm here with other people that are doing the same thing as me, and fuck, we're just bullshitting, we're talking, but it's fun, right? And that's something we care about. And whether somebody else is listening or not, shit, this is good for me. On a personal level, this is good for me just to talk and bullshit and get everything off my chest that I want to get off,
Oh, yeah.
whether it's on topic or not.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we normally hang out a little bit afterwards,
Yes.
and if anything we didn't want to say on air, we talk about that.
Mhm.
Sometimes it leaks on air, but you accidentally hit that record button and your audio works. But anyway, so favorite moment that made it worth it, that you said, this is why I want to keep going.
Oh man. I'm trying to think back here. I think it is that one topic.
Oh no.
But yeah, that one time that we had a TikTok that hit 7 million views. That was really fun to follow, and like one day it's like, holy cow, in an hour we just got 20,000 views. Like, who's watching this? This is crazy. And
Right.
Yeah.
Evan and I just hitting refresh and texting each other like, no way, it just hit another 100,000. Like, what is happening? We're the next huge podcast. So like, when you do have those moments of unexpected success, even if it ends up turning into nothing, like even if the end point is like, hey, remember that time that cool thing happened? And that's all you have to talk about. It's not like, oh, we got a big sponsor out of it, or like, oh, our show really hit off. Like, I mean, those cool moments where it's like, I never expected this to happen.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, that's probably
So it
the
wasn't
best
when a
answer.
quarter went.
A moment happened like that this year. If I'm a regular listener to Part of My Take, and you guys are kind of in a position where like something like that you could pop off pretty quick. They did that with the Panthers podcast this year, and it was just a couple dudes, and they were just like bup, and then they all of a sudden they canceled. Well, Part of My Take got wind that they canceled and stopped recording. And they're like, you got to bring it back. You got to bring it back, because they started winning again. Because they stopped recording because they're like, man, this is fucking draining on me. This is like actually not therapy. This is much worse. Like, this is making me depressed talking about it. When they started winning. And Part of My Take called into them. They're like, you need to get back to recording. You need to do this and that. It's like, when that's why I love podcasts. You can be a niche podcast and it can fucking pop off because you have niche fans. You can be a broad podcast like us. We talk about different topics. We go all over the place. Usually we try to stay on topic now. But that can resonate with a bunch of people too. And I think that's super special, super cool.
Yeah.
And like, it can literally pop off at any time.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and I think it gives, like, when for us, for example, if we stay on topics, you post, obviously our episodes have a title. You can pretty much get what we're going to talk about from that title, right? So if you don't want to listen to that episode, don't listen to it. Well, but this one might hit your button.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, I'll keep listening to these guys. I have an employee that listens to our show as she's at work, and all I hear is her giggling out there all the time as she's listening to it. And she's like, you guys are fucking
She's
idiots.
laughing right now.
Yeah, she's like, you guys are fucking idiots. But I'd say my favorite moment was probably our live event.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We did a live event. Well, you guys probably could look on YouTube and see it, but we did a live event last January. Actually, it was a year ago.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just over a year ago.
yeah. At the
Man, that was
brewery
so
in
much
town.
fun.
Had 8 podcasts or something like that, and yeah, it was a blast.
And not all those podcasts are still going right now. either.
No,
No.
It's
no,
you
I-
guys in a different name even.
Right.
And us, and I think who else was going on
The
from
beautiful
that event?
view.
Beautiful view.
Beautiful view. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the rest of them are done. I mean, Conspiring to Argue might be around,
I
I
feel
don't
like I
know.
just saw them post something.
but
recently.
Did they?
I don't think K Love You Bye is doing it.
That stinks. I liked those guys.
Yeah, they were funny.
Yeah.
They were funny. And they were rowdy.
Yeah. Oh,
They
yeah,
were
yeah,
a
yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
By the time we were recording, it was a fucking shit show,
They
dude.
went pretty late. Yeah.
Yeah, that one big dude frickin' took a big old whiff of them smelling salts.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna
Man.
fall on the ground.
So I'll get into my favorite. My favorite. I'm gonna go to my first favorite part, or my first favorite time of being on the podcast was the first time I came in.
Mm.
I was just a big fan. I love podcasts. I am at a job where I can listen to podcasts all day. I'm probably 7 hours a day on podcasts.
Yeah, me too.
And once I run out of the ones that are refreshed for that day, I listen to music for the last 45 minutes, and I'm just like, okay. And like, once I realized there was a podcast that was started in Bellevue, they weren't super close friends of mine. I knew Mike and I knew Kyle pretty well, but the other 3 guys I didn't know very well or know much about them. But what I did know is I did like podcasts, and that they were from Bellevue. And if they were from Bellevue, I was going to support, and I was going to like, I was going to share, I was going to subscribe, I was going to follow, I was going to tell everybody else to, hey, check these guys out. Check these guys out. And Mike reached out and he was like, hey, do you want to be on the podcast as a guest? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I want to be on the mic. I remember telling my mom and dad and like people around me as I was growing up, I was passionate about hearing my own voice and, wanting to be on talk radio because I listened to Bob and Tom and Howard Stern and stuff like that. And I wanted to be on XMM radio to say whatever the fuck I wanted and be able to cuss and bring whoever want on and say whatever they want, show boobies, do whatever you want. I mean, we were watching Howard Stern, right? I mean, that seemed like the dream to me, but back then it just wasn't good money unless you were Howard Stern or
right.
Bob and Tom. So like that kind of dream was like, yeah, that was just a fantasy at that point. But as soon as Mike called and asked, I was like, hell yeah, absolutely. So I have to almost list that as my favorite because without that, I wouldn't get to the live event where I thought was really special. I thought that was really fun. The smelling salt segment of that was just fucking hilarious because Mike was too big of a wussy to smell them. So it's like, but it was so much fun. The community came together. We were posting flyers. We had 8 different shows on. We were bringing a community, not just a Bellevue community, but the podcast community. And even friends of the shows they traveled and came. That was a big event. It was one of the biggest events that I've ever really been a part of that I helped put on and put together. And I say we do something like that again at some point because that was a lot of fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a few less podcasts, more partying,
Yeah. Well,
more mingling.
yeah.
Mingling
And that
and-
was fun. And like, my family did come down, but they left before I got on because it was such a long day, But it was fun because I enjoyed all those podcasts that came
It's
on.
probably the busiest I've seen that brewery,
That's what I'm saying. I know they would take us back because it had to be one big payday.
especially for January.
Besides 4th of July, right? It's like probably the busiest they've
We were
been.
just also all hoping that the Vikings lost, so the purple punishment was one of these.
Oh,
They're gonna have
yeah.
to jump in the river.
Yeah.
So we did do a purple punishments on that
You didn't jump in the river.
We didn't jump in. We're not going to jump in the river and do a polar plunge or anything. I think we waxed our legs or something at that point. Too,
Yeah,
yeah.
You did.
Yeah, that was a good time. And if you do another live event like that, count us in. We'll definitely be
You
in.
gonna jump in the river?
Well,
Yeah,
duh.
I don't know. I'll give a big fat maybe on that.
It'll
one.
be in July.
Maybe his make believe friend Evan will do it.
Evan exists, guys. I promise.
We're gonna take a quick sponsor break. Van's Liquor Store in East Dubuque, Illinois, on Cincinnati Avenue. Tonight we're jumping on the Skol Hop theme.
Yeah.
Doing local beer. Earlier we had some Seven Hills Bernie's red ale. Now we're doing some Citrus Surfer Big Grove. I can't. Is that
Pretty
like
good.
Is that like Big Grove's like equivalent to like a Blue Moon? Isn't it?
So I mean, it's definitely one of their more popular ones. It's a 4.8% or lower percenter. Yeah, it's a nice light IPA. It's not even an IPA. It's a citrus wheat. So nice light citrusy flavor. They have a few different versions of the citrus.
Big Grove's
citrus
in
surfer.
Iowa City.
I think they started in Solon.
Solon, that's right. Yep.
And now they're in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids. They've got one. I think they're opening or have opened one in Omaha.
Oh no shit.
Maybe Lincoln. They're expanding. And I think they just announced recently.
dare they go to
Wisconsin.
Nebraska?
I know, right?
Come on.
Boring.
Yeah. Big Grove's one of the.
Where's that cricket sound? Yeah.
Careful. But yeah, we've on the Skol Hop, we've had the Citrus Surfer. I think episode 94. If you're looking for our.
What a fucking memory on this guy.
I just looked it up today. So.
Oh, okay.
And we've also had the Bernie's Red Ale. That one is episode 111 that we tried that one on as well. I lied to you, I think today or yesterday. I think I said, I don't know if I've ever had that one. And then I looked, and we keep a list. It's not that hard to keep the list, but we have had both of these, and they're both really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Iowa
do it with
beers,
you.
and these are some of the better ones.
I'll do it with you.
And we don't say cheers. We say Skol.
Yeah, ready?
So we need everybody, all three of us. I think I think just in the
name's
nature of
Jeff.
having fun.
You know, you're acting like a cock. You know that?
Ready? 1, 2,
All right,
3.
Skol.
Oh.
Oh, you gotta say it.
Yeah.
We'll take it. That's a Skol.
Yeah.
It's
Everybody.
actually really good, and I'm not a huge beer guy, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, you liked both of them tonight.
I did actually really like that one.
Like Bernie's Red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bernie's, that's good red ale. But Citrus Surfer's good. I've had Citrus Surfers before.
Yeah.
It's that and what is it? Is it Eddie?
Easy Eddie.
Easy Eddie.
Easy Eddie is
Eddie.
probably Big Grove's
Is
like
number one seller.
biggest. They even have like it's a whole line. There's Easy Eddie, Royal Eddie, West Eddie. Their
Right.
Eddie name is a big one. They have an
Do you know where the
variety.
Eddie originates from?
That'd be really good. Maybe Big Grove can reach out and let you know.
Yeah,
here.
Big Grove. Shout out
well,
to
reach
Big
out to you
Grove.
guys. You guys are the beer drinkers.
They have a couple of times given us some beer because we
Oh,
have
very
them
cool.
a lot because they're one of the better. I mean, Iowa's got a lot of really good breweries. And
Yeah.
Big Grove's right up at the top.
Yeah,
So
Big
Nice.
Grove. I'm going to cut this and I'm going to ask you your story on Eddie's.
yeah, let us
yes.
I think it's I think Big Grove and I think Single Speed are like the two number one sellers of micro craft beers in,
know. Yeah,
in
well,
Iowa.
and Single Speed in the last 6 months or so, they bought another couple breweries from Iowa. So Back Pocket,
Yeah.
if you've ever heard of
Yeah.
Back Pocket,
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
one in Dubuque.
We
And
do have
then-
one in Dubuque.
Yeah, that is now a part of Single Speed. All of their brewing is going to go to Waterloo. Single Speed. If you ever get the chance to see if you want to see a really cool and just massive brewery, check out Waterloo's Single
Yeah.
Speed Brewery.
Really?
You can't believe how big it is. It was the old Wonder Bread factory.
Huh.
And it's massive. Like you go into this one huge, massive room, and then you look over and there's a hallway, and you walk into that hallway, and there's another huge, massive room. And that's just what you go into. The whole brewing side is just as big, and you don't even walk in there. So,
I like their Gable.
Oh yeah. It's
And then-
that's just a Pilsner
Yeah.
or lager.
And then
I
is
might be
Hops a
wrong.
Million, is that done by Single Speed?
I don't know.
Who's Hops a Million done by? I can't remember. Anyways, I'm sure Kyle Shekel, if he was listening, would tell me.
You better be listening.
Vans Liquor Store, East Dubuque, Illinois, Cincinnati Avenue. Head on over, all your beverage needs. Mention to Jeff, Bill, or any of the crew over there that you seen us on, heard of them on the Bare Minimum show. not to. I mean, just to so they know that we're doing our job.
Yeah.
Because they trust us to promote them and support them, and so head on over to Van's Liquor Store. Let's go into a little podcast comparison game.
Let's do it.
We're going to start with the bare minimum versus Skol Hop. Would you rather? And I think Mike's page is all crumpled over there. I don't know why he got so mad.
No, I was
but-
just.
there's a method to my madness.
I was looking at something.
So this is going to be, you have to think for Evan, too, if he's
Oh,
real.
man. All right, I'm trying to get in Evan's head here.
Would you rather go viral for something embarrassing or never go viral at all?
All right, so if it was just me, Austin personally, I'll do anything embarrassing, as long as it doesn't like bring shame to people I know and care about. Like if my kids are gonna walk through life with a dad that did something totally embarrassing that it was recorded, like maybe I'll leave that alone. But so if it were me, I'll go viral for something embarrassing. However, and Evan, when you listen back to this, please comment and correct me if I'm wrong. I think Evan would just rather not go viral.
Really?
He'd be like, I don't want to be too embarrassed. Like, on a
Is he
certain
pretty
degree,
reserved?
in a good way? I mean,
Yeah.
Evan, one of my best friends in the world, but I think if you told me like, hey, you're gonna, I don't know, wear a clown wig for the rest of your life, but it's gonna mean that you're gonna go viral, like I'd be like, all right, I'll do that. Evan probably wouldn't. So he might comment and let me know if I'm wrong.
The gist
but-
I get from Evan, and he can comment and tell me if I'm wrong, from the few times I met him, it was a big leap for him to do a podcast. Just he seems reserved. He seems like not shy, but like,
Maybe. I mean, at the risk of talking for somebody that's not here right now.
Yeah.
we don't even know if he's real.
He is real, I promise. No, I think talking in front of a mic with nobody else in the room, perfectly fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if it was like, hey, I know, at a later time, it's being recorded now, but at a later time, hundreds of people or thousands or whatever people are going to hear this, obviously he's fine with that. If it was in front of 1 million people, I mean, I think everybody's needs would start shaking it.
So how'd he
think
do
so,
at our
too.
live event?
I thought
from
he did
what I
great.
remember, I think, that was kind of different too, because it was so loud in there
Yeah.
that I think the only people that were listening to me and Evan were me and Evan.
Well, yeah, it's hard to hear,
We
right?
couldn't hear each other. It was still a great event. I would do that exact event if you told me it was going to be exactly the same. I'd go and I'd do it and I'd have fun. But like, I think it was so busy that like it was almost like it's so crowded that it's
You
not
were just
crowded.
focused on on putting on a good show.
Yeah, everybody else was looking at themselves. So,
Yeah.
like,
Headsets
nobody
are a
even knew.
must.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for Evan, I don't think it's much of a leap to do a podcast. But if it were like
Right.
in front of people, which might not be fair either, because he's like a coach and he's in front of people all the
Right.
time and directing people. So Evan, I'm sorry, maybe I'm totally way off on this.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going viral,
yeah.
Predators
So
need to
I'd
be a
rather
coach.
go viral for something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
than
I
never go viral at all.
yeah, and
That's the point of a podcast, right?
Right? Yeah, we're
I-
putting ourselves out there.
Right.
the way it sounds, I have like one thing in common with Evan, and that's just the coaching aspect of it. But yeah, dude, I'm going viral.
Right.
People move on super fast these days.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever you're going viral for yesterday is not what's going viral the next day or maybe even the next fucking hour.
Right.
So if you're telling me that I can go viral and I gain a bunch of fucking fans and a week from then they forget what I went viral for, but they're still fans or they're still
Right.
followers, even if they're not listening anymore, they still click that follow button and we have those people to show for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking that over it all the time.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because then maybe I mean most of us don't coach for the money. Let's be honest, we don't.
Especially not high school.
No,
sports.
it doesn't work like that. We're actually super passionate about the people that are running underneath us or playing for us, or not for us, but with us, I would say. But I mean, if I go viral and I have to be much busier on a podcast, I think I know what one I'm picking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure. Would you rather have one super loyal listener or 10,000 people who hate listen?
10 G's.
10,000 for
Hate
sure.
listen.
Yeah.
So we had one of our most
They're still
successful.
listening. Good publicity.
Yeah.
All publicity is good publicity,
There
right?
you go. There you go.
Yeah.
one of our most successful TikTok videos that is just like of our normal content, not like outside weird stuff that people latch onto, was a clip of us talking, and we were talking about the Vikings and the Lions, and it was ahead of a Vikings-Lions game. And I think Evan, we started that, minute-long TikTok video, and Evan started off saying, yeah, I'm not too concerned about the Lions. Like, I don't think the Lions are much to worry about right now. And this was like a year ago, like when the Lions somehow fluked into NFC Championship game later that season. It was ahead of the first Vikings-Lions game that year. And yeah, we just went off for like a minute of like, yeah, Lions fans are the worst, and I really don't believe in the Lions right now. And I think I looked into the camera and was like, yeah, Lions fans are the worst fans of all sports of all time. And we just did a minute of hating on the Lions, and that exploded with Lions fans who were in the comments, and they're all like, I'm saving this for after the game, and Vikings should be concerned, and you guys suck, and you guys don't even know what you're talking about. And then a week later, when the Vikings lost to the Lions, they all came back and commented again like, hey, how'd that turn out for you? Not concerned about the Lions anymore. So, but you know what? We got like 100,000 views out of that. So,
Yeah, which is
thanks
awesome,
for commenting,
right?
you terrible Lions fans.
Dude, people can hate listen all they want.
Exactly.
They're still listening.
Yeah.
Would you rather your best episode flop or your worst episode blow up?
So I'd rather my worst episode blow up.
Absolutely.
But I think I'd feel worse about the flopping episode. I'd feel more bad about the flopping episode than I would feel good about the worst episode blowing up. Like,
Yeah.
Because if it's your best episode, you're gonna feel excited about that, right? You're
Yeah.
gonna like,
Because
that
what
was
if we
good
put
stuff.
the earlier stuff on and that blows up? You'd be like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Why have I
100%.
wasted 100 episodes of talking?
Exactly.
I still think I'm taking the flop because the flop leads to the other content that you've put
I
out.
think so too. Right.
Absolutely.
Would you rather forget to hit record or realize the mic wasn't plugged in?
Whatever one you're gonna notice first. I don't want to be sitting on the couch after 2 hours of recording and saying,
Mike goes like, hey,
why is there no sound?
Boom. Roasted.
Boom.
That is true. Whichever one you can sit down immediately and notice, like, hey, wait, what's wrong right now before we record for 2 hours.
So I'm glad that the roadcaster's not in that. So now I feel like I have to tell the story.
Yes, you
Uh,
have to. That's what life
So
is. Show
we
prep.
recorded with Austin for 2 hours, and we probably would have been out of here at a decent time.
I would have been almost home by now.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were out of here at 10:30, brother.
And for some reason, our roadcaster was locked up, but it wasn't locked up, and it was working, but it wasn't working, and it recorded no audio.
So if
not
you're
true.
a genius out there
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can somehow get our audio back somehow, put it in the comments
I will
because we
say,
don't know.
Give it a few minutes. Like, try to find the audio.
Yeah.
I don't know where
first.
it'd be.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
either. I think I don't know if I said it before or on this iteration. Like, you're not a real podcast if you've never had an unrecorded episode. And
Yeah.
I think it was this time because the Bare Minimum Show is definitely a real podcast.
Yeah.
But to kind of say it again, I think
I'm not even going to answer that question. Just
no,
cut the
you
hell
gotta
on.
answer.
No, I'd rather. You know what? I'd rather not forget to hit record.
I will say in this setup right now, if the mic's not working, you're gonna notice right away. We're wearing
better.
headphones. We got mics in right now.
Yeah.
So if you can't hear me through your ears right now, it's not working.
We've
So-
had that. We've had
Yeah,
that.
we have
happen.
had that.
And it was the mic was plugged in, but I don't remember what it was. But we've had that before. Where like we were talking, we're like, can't hear you, man.
Yeah.
So the Skol Hop personally, we had one time where we had a guest on, and it was me without Evan. Again, I promise he exists.
The 7 guy.
But it was me with a guest that we have on a regular basis, and I was in charge of, hitting record on, I think Riverside is what we were using, and I hit go, and we were talking, and me and this guest, who is very gracious to give us time every once in a while, we talked for like 45 minutes, and then we were done, and I realized like 2 minutes before we were done recording, like, oh, there's no timer there. It's not actually recording.
Mm.
And I tried to keep going for a couple more minutes, and then once we were done, I was like, maybe I just saw something wrong. No, I totally forgot to hit record. So every show that's worth its weight has not recorded or had something go wrong, and that's just
Yeah, dude,
how
we did half an episode back in the day with Big Dick Palmer from Costani Cigars. That halfway through, I was trying to like get someone's attention because I was behind the computer going something ain't right, and we stopped and I hit playback and I'm like got nothing, and we went up. We're like, hey Mike, we gotta start over, and he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, but
Didn't have the audio.
It happens, man.
And you know, he was cool about it.
Yep.
Much like you, Austin.
Life happens,
It happens.
you know, like
he was like, well, fuck. None of those jokes I used are gonna hit again, but it's like, well, they might try them, dude. I'll fucking laugh.
Yeah, and it's so funny going. So tell me about the dicks that you hit on your cigar.
Yeah.
And he's hitting it like I already know. You know, I know exactly where they are. I'm like, yeah, just tell me again. Kind of like, what's the Skol Hop? Yeah, just tell me again. I know.
Yeah. But it's for the fans.
Skol.
Oh, you did it.
Oh, he did.
I didn't say nothing.
I heard Skol.
I didn't say anything.
I'll send you the whole
he doesn't know how to cut.
visual. I'll send you the whole visual of everything, and you just clip it and put it on your.
He doesn't
your
know how to
Skol.
cut.
I know enough
figure
about
it
YouTube
out,
that I
motherfucker.
can-
I'll
I
figure
can
it
be
out.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Skol.
No. I'm just gonna randomly.
You should not do that anymore, Mike.
No, just randomly. All right, so this is a question mainly for Austin because I'm not going to answer it. Would you rather cheer for the Packers or the Lions?
You asked me this before.
No, I didn't. There's no
Nobody
proof.
knows, right? I can't. I cannot answer this. I will never, unless it helps the Vikings, cheer for either of these teams. And in that scenario, I'm not cheering for either of those teams. I'm cheering against whoever needs to lose for the Vikings to be benefited.
So you've cheered for one of those before?
I mean, there's probably been times in my life where a Packer win would put the Vikings in the playoffs just because they beat the Bears or something. And
Why does it got to beat the Bears?
Same for the Lions, because
Well,
that's how the Packers, Lions, Vikings, and Bears are all in the same
my.
division. So, let's go. But yeah, I can't. I would never feel good about
Come on.
rooting for either of these teams to win. It, like I said, it would have to be a scenario where a Packer win helps the Vikings or a Lion win helps the Vikings.
If I had to answer this question, I would cheer for the Lions all day because fuck the Packers.
Yeah.
And them damn
I think you
cheeseheads.
have to answer.
I did.
No, I'm saying I think we should be forced to answer. Because if it was a basketball thing and you guys were like, you either got to cheer for Boston or you got to cheer for fucking, I don't know, whoever goes against us in the West. Nobody, because we're great. Denver right now, probably.
I don't know. Timberwolves are doing pretty good. They've been pretty good the last
Okay,
couple
so
of
who
years.
you cheering for? The fucking
Yes.
Packers or the Lions?
Yes, you had to pick.
I cannot. I can't.
I'm picking the Lions just because I
couldn't
like the Lions colors better.
All right. Yeah, Honolulu, even though they're in Detroit. So
Who you picking?
I can't. I just said the only scenario is if a win for either team helps.
Evan,
the
if you're real, comment on this and
I
say
think-
who he'd pick.
I think okay. I'm going to speak for Evan again. I think he'd say the Lions, just because the Lions have been so garbage forever
Yeah, fuck the Packers.
that we've never really been like personally hurt by the Lions. Just
And you
they're
guys have
crappy
both been
Lions fans.
personally hurt by the Packers a lot.
Favre and Rodgers, and
yeah,
then
dude,
a lot.
I mean, how lucky are they?
yeah,
Are they lucky, or is it just how the
Fucking lucky.
yeah.
how the franchises ran?
Get out of here, you Packer fan.
I'm not a Packer fan. I'm not.
Put some cheese on
So,
it.
it's just good scouting. Yeah, shut up.
Could be. Could be. It definitely plays a part, I'm sure.
All right, well,
Austin's nodding his head yes. At least he can be a man in a minute.
I mean, scouting.
he hasn't picked a team yet.
I cannot.
He
answer this
physically
question. I
can. He
can't.
doesn't know how.
Yeah, I can't have it out
He
on the
gets
internet.
rabies
for me.
and just his mouth doesn't work.
Man. All right, and last but not least, would you rather your podcast finally hit big, or you get all your free time back?
Hit it big.
Well, tonight I'm thinking my free time, but no, I might hit it big for
Yeah,
sure.
hit it
Yeah.
big
It's
for me
100%
too. Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
I don't look at it as I'm wasting time.
We talked about it earlier. I mean, I feel like
We
time
did?
is irrelevant.
Okay.
I mean, To me, anyway, it seems like it. It's just a revolving door for me now at this point in my life. Like, it's not going to change until I retire, I feel like, or my
And even
kids
then, you'll
grow
fill your
up and
time
like,
no matter what.
yeah, exactly. With golf. But like, we punch the clock. We get up, we go to work, we take care of our kids, we put them to bed.
Right.
We do a couple things that satisfy us at the end of the night, and then we wake up and do it all over again. You know what I mean? And like, you find time what you're passionate about for, and it goes to show 100 and how many episodes do you have in?
128.
128. I don't know what we are total combined both shows. We're probably up there, I would assume, pretty close. So you do what you're passionate about, what you're for, and you find time. And what I want to say is you find time of what you're passionate for.
Agreed.
Agreed.
That's the would you rather. And now we're going to who or what did it better. Sunny D or Capri Sun?
Capri Sun.
Sunny D. You're wrong.
D.
Sunny D.
Yeah,
Sunny
you're still wrong.
1000%
An
right.
hour
I'm
ago,
not
you were wrong too.
I'm not wrong. There's so many more flavors, so many more options.
I'll go back to whatever's healthier, and I thought you'd be in with that. So I think Sunny D's healthier than Capri Sun.
Doesn't Capri Sun have dye in it?
Oh man, done. Red dye 40.
It may not. It's clear if you've ever drank it.
That's true. Yeah.
That is true. If you ever cut one open and dumped it out and see the spider monkeys floating in it too.
We've talked about this. Your kids are consuming it every day with those little applesauce packs that you have.
Oh man.
They're bad, dude.
I look at them.
All right.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you can look at
And
them.
you don't cut fucking Capri Sun packets open either, bitch. You don't. Fuck yeah, dude. It ain't Sunny D.
Sunny D.
When's the last time you had Sunny D?
It's been too long.
Yeah.
It's been too
Yeah,
long.
I think
I bet
need
you've
to
had a
have one.
Capri Sun before you've had.
Maybe.
I know you
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
I know you have too,
Maybe.
motherfucker.
I just bought Sunny D not that long ago.
no,
In a jug, yeah.
no.
But
They don't even sell it in the
would you
jug
rather?
anymore.
I mean, I'd rather drink Sunny D out of a bottle than that little foil fucking
I
thing
would
that I have
too.
to deal with a straw.
I think
would
there
too.
are actually different packages of Capri Sun these days.
Because they figured it out, I guess. I don't know.
They probably follow
Whatever,
Sunny
it's
D.
Capri Sun. Let us know, followers. It's
They probably follow Sunny D's path. Casey's or Quick Star?
Quick Star.
Quick Star.
Quick Star.
Yeah.
It's a grocery store.
1000%.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we're all still on the same.
they got
take on
really
that.
great food. Really, I mean, they got all kinds of options. They got 99-cent fucking dozen eggs, dude. Bread,
real ice cream.
dude. If you're in college, go grocery shopping there.
Yeah, dude.
Go seriously.
They got cheap steaks.
It's so fucking cheap there. Their food is good. Their pizza's good. Their fucking.
Casey's Pizza is better.
Yeah.
Casey's Pizza is better than Quick Star.
Here's what I'll say
100%.
about that. They sell a different brand of pizza in their coolers
Maybe. Yeah.
than what they sell in their hot cases. They have a barbecue chicken pizza that's so fucking good.
Who?
It's Quick Star.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Quick Star.
Okay.
Not Casey's.
I just found out not that long ago Casey's does thin crust.
Do they?
Oh,
They do?
So,
I don't know.
so much better.
The car
So
wash
much
does thin
better.
crust too.
Yeah, dude, that's Hunt's Brothers. Hunt Brother Pizza. Yeah. All right, continuing who did it better, what did it better? Nickelodeon or the Disney Channel or Cartoon Network? I got to say Nickelodeon. Did Rugrats, Rocket Power, fucking Angry Beavers.
Why
know,
are you looking at
Hey
me like that, man?
Arnold, Wild Thornberries.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, dude.
I'm with you.
Real
I'm
Monsters.
with a cat dog.
Cat Dog.
Yeah.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
Woo.
Did you say Rocket Power too? Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
Nickelodeon?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Angry Beavers.
You know,
Ren and
You-
Stimpy.
you're naming off all these great shows. I
Ren
gotta
and
say
Stimpy
Disney
was
Channel.
cartoon, wasn't it?
What?
Ren and
Ren and
Stimpy.
Stimpy was Cartoon Network,
I don't
wasn't
think
it?
so.
They might have been Nickelodeon when they started. I don't
It
know.
might have been.
I gotta say Disney Channel. That's just all I was watching as a kid. I can't name off all the shows like you just did, so maybe that proves your point. But
Probably.
yeah,
It's like when Josh tried to battle us for Little Debbie versus Hostess, and he's
what did
like,
he say?
What do you say?
Hold on, Little Debbie has what do they got?
Everything.
zebra cakes,
Zebra cakes,
fucking
the
nutty bars,
cream cookies, right? The
Oatmeal cream
pie. Yeah, oatmeal,
pies.
yeah.
Star Crunch cookies, cosmic brownies.
Cosmic brownies are garbage, but
Okay,
still,
dude.
little Debbie's. Yeah, that's where we're going. The zebra.
I mean,
cakes
Little
alone.
Debbie's way better. Hostess has snowballs, Twinkies, and cupcakes. I mean,
What are the roll
Nickelodeon.
up things?
Swiss rolls.
So what?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
Swiss
Swiss rolls.
Swiss rolls, Little Debbie.
Is it? Okay,
No.
all right, That's
Yeah, it
all we
is.
got.
Are you sure?
Swiss rolls, Little Debbie. Look that shit up.
Yeah, I'm voting. You don't like Little Debbie though.
What the fuck?
No, Little Debbie is what's up.
Yeah, dude. Little Debbie, I will fight that all. Hostess is garbage.
Is
Although-
Ryan
although-
hostess?
hold on,
No,
hold on.
Josh was.
Twinkies.
That's
Isn't
a
that
hostess. Yeah.
Twinkies.
No,
That might.
Twinkies. No.
I
don't
thought
know.
we had just had this conversation
No,
on
Ryan and I are all Little Debbie.
I'm
even-
Little
even
Debbie.
with
Well, so are you.
So we all agreed that last time?
Yeah, I don't. When the hell did we do that?
Oh, I think we did it like maybe episode 2 on the bare minimum.
Okay, well, Little Debbie is where it's at.
Yeah, Little Debbie is of
Yeah.
course where it's at.
Yeah,
little sneaky unplanned.
Ren and
question
Stimpy was,
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I heard you
Yeah.
said
Okay.
and,
All right.
and you got SpongeBob
So,
too.
so yeah, Nickelodeon beats the pants out of Disney.
Oh, big time.
Oh.
Pop Tarts or toaster strudels?
Strudels.
Pop Tarts. Yeah, dude.
Why?
Because they're so much
Plead
better.
your case.
S'mores.
Toaster strudels.
They're not. You
fucking
like eating
blueberry.
cardboard?
Yeah.
Toaster
love it.
strudels are what Pop Tarts wish they could.
Yeah. Love cardboard.
No, dude. Pop Tarts were out before toaster strudels.
Yeah. Yeah, and then toaster strudels perfected the concept.
Toaster strudel doesn't have a fucking college bowl game. Okay.
Okay, they could if they wanted to. Okay.
No. We have the Pop Tart bowl.
The best part about Pop Tarts is the Pop Tart bowl. When
No,
the
Pop-Tarts are
mascot
delicious.
goes in the
Yeah,
toaster.
and it comes out the Pop Tart.
Yeah, and then they eat the like 20-pound giant brick of Pop Tart. It should be a toaster strudel. They're flaky. They're so much better. They're so much better. And then you can put your own icing on top of the toaster strudel.
That's the flaky part of the stuff I don't like. Pop Tarts were out first, weren't they?
1964.
Yeah, I don't think there's any-
1964? No shit.
Yeah, then they still taste like cardboard.
Yeah, you know,
they
fun-
haven't gotten better.
Fun fact: every
They've
Pop
probably
Tart,
gotten worse.
Well, they've probably gotten more, like, less healthy.
every
Oh, yeah.
Pop Tart that was ever made was
Strudel-
made in
strudel was-
1964.
Yeah, no, it's not a fucking sea ration.
Strudel was.
Although you could probably put them in a sea
90s.
ration.
General Mills was 82.
Oh, toaster strudel.
And then Pillsbury took them over in 85. It became famous around 94.
Okay, huh?
That's gross.
They're
Interesting.
Pop
good.
Tart. Yeah, you listeners, let us know if Pop Tarts.
All right,
are
what's the
toaster
best
strudels.
Pop-Tart?
I'm gonna clip this. S'mores.
Oh yeah,
S'mores
okay,
or
right.
the frosted blueberry.
frozen s'mores or heated up s'mores.
I don't heat any of my Pop Tarts up.
Okay, that's fine.
What?
Yeah, what?
You don't have to heat up.
No.
No, they are better though. They're better. You get them nice and crispy. You break off the crust. You eat the crust, and then you eat the inside of the.
dude.
I mean
you
that's
just
fine, but
fucking
like
eat
they're
it.
so much easier.
No, no.
Okay, still
I-
toaster strudel, 100% of the
It's
time.
toaster strudel. You were more excited to get a toaster strudel when you were a
Not
kid.
me.
What's bad about it?
Bullshit, dude.
The flakiness.
That's the best part.
No, it's not.
The buttery, flaky
It's
crust.
like a fucking hot microwave Danish with icing on it.
Yeah,
Sounds
and Pop Tart
delicious.
is like
Wee
the
wee.
worst candy
Wee
bar.
wee. It's French.
Wee wee?
It's French.
For what?
Well, it's like a pastry.
I don't know where you're going with that.
The French are big on pastries.
Okay, wee.
Get cultured.
Bruh.
Whatever. Travel once.
I
right,
I
so-
wish he'd do another skull chant there again. Skull.
Cold lunch or hot lunch? Like school, back when we were in school.
Cold.
Hot lunch.
Hot lunch all the way, just because I never
Change.
had hot lunch. I always had to have cold lunch.
And he wished he had hot lunch.
Yeah, which you know because we talked about this earlier.
I'm still going cold, dude.
All right.
I'm going cold. I sold my hot lunch.
You sold the hot lunch?
I sold my lunch to buy food out of the vending machine because I didn't want the hot, nasty garbage that they fed us.
Dude, it wasn't garbage back then. It wasn't garbage back then.
Okay.
It was
The
good.
square pizza?
Fuck yeah, dude. I could go for a square pizza right now, like a rectangle pizza.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
Cardboard.
So good. Not the pepperoni. Pepperoni was ass. It was the sausage. That's where it was.
I don't remember too much about that.
I do. And the beet green tater tot casserole,
Sounds horrible.
Frito chili, mm
Still sounds horrible.
Chili.
sloppy joes.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Made it extra sloppy for you.
That's right.
Fuck out of here.
Sloppy Joe.
and
No.
they brought out extras. That was the day of extras. Sloppy
Ah.
joes. man.
Because nobody fucking wanted them.
No, everybody fucking ate them.
Not me.
Ooh, chicken nuggets with mashed potatoes and the gravy.
Actually, you
Oh,
know
yeah.
what? My godmother was the head lunch lady for a couple years when I was in high school. and she did actually a very good job. She made this dish called cavitini. And it was
Now we're changing our ways.
good.
Oh man, so we're all hot lunch then. Okay.
No, we're
Good.
not. I'm still sticking to cold lunch.
No, you're sticking to cold lunch because you just wanted the vending machine.
Yeah. Andy Capp's fries. That's what you got out of the vending machine.
No, Sausalitas. They're good.
Do you remember the Andy Capp's fries?
Mm-mm.
No, the blue bag. They were the cheddar fries. No.
Just you then.
No, they were good. Like a Pop-Tart.
green bean casserole, with a little bit of onion on top.
Dude,
Fuck
fucking
outta
tater
here.
tot casserole is amazing.
Sounds horrible.
You never had tater tot casserole?
Yeah, no.
What?
No.
You know.
It probably has like creamy mushroom in it, and nasty shit.
Yeah, it does, but that's not nasty. What the
I mean,
fuck's wrong
to
with
each
you?
their own, dude. I'm a cold lunch guy.
like a cock.
Yeah, well, big fucking cock.
Yeah. And to wrap it up, the Minnesota Vikings game plan or let's just wing it game plan.
Oh man, I think if you're comparing it to what they did this year, you just got to switch it up to the let's just wing it. I mean, nothing went right really for the Vikings this past year.
Than their game plan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think once you allowed him to play the way he wanted to play and not analyzing every move that he made better plays, right?
JJ McCarthy. Yeah.
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 I mean,
Yeah.
that's your quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that who you want to be your quarterback?
I just because that's I think the best way for the team to work out is for them to have the first round pick quarterback actually turn into something good
Yeah.
right.
rather than blow it up and try again.
As a fan, you want it that way.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
you want you want your quarterback to. Now, tell me this: how many years do you have left? Do you have to pay him
I mean, he's on a rookie contract, which is pretty cheap.
until when?
So it's for first round picks. It's 4 years with a team option for a 5th year.
Yep.
So he will be entering his 3rd year this coming
Oh,
year.
so you have at least 2 more years to figure it out.
Yeah, but
if
that
you
5th
want
year
him.
option is very expensive, so that's why it's an option.
Yeah.
So usually by the time you get done with the 3rd year, pretty soon after that 3rd year, you have to decide if you want to keep them for the 5th year. So you have to make the decision pretty early.
After this year, basically.
So this year is a big deciding year for JJ McCarthy.
So what if he has a 7 out of 10 year?
Then you don't pick up the option and you just roll with it. And then if the 4th year, because no matter what, you got this year and then 2027, which would be the 4th year. If he is okay in 26 and then turns out to be amazing in 2027, then you just pay him.
Can you franchise tag him then?
Or you just come up with a good deal and you pay him and you give him $300 million for 7 years or whatever it ends up being at the time. So,
Yeah.
But that's a good
Whatever the
problem to
market
have.
is.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have because then
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
a quarterback.
Well, you have one.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
100%. Now it's time for the bare minimum award. I have to be at a cut point.
Yeah.
Cut it up, brother.
Now it's time for the bare minimum award of the week. Time for the bare minimum award of the week. Each week we each take a turn nominating something or someone who are the winner of the bare minimum award of the week. We each get 1 minute to say who our nomination is and explain why we nominated them. Because it's Austin's first time doing this, we're gonna let him go first.
Should I steal one of your guesses?
You should. That's what happened not that long ago. I couldn't think of one, and they got to me, and I was like, "The IRS, fuck the IRS."
Dude, if the clip would have got put up, that probably would have won.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because fuck the IRS. Anyways, so Austin's gonna go first. He has 1 minute to explain who his bare minimum award of the week is and why, and then we'll go to Michael and then me.
Ready?
I'm ready. Go. All right, my bare minimum award of the week is going to the city of Chicago and state of Illinois as a whole because they are failing currently to put up the finances and commitment needed to keep the Chicago Bears in Chicago and in Illinois at all.
Bunch of losers.
Yeah. The Bears have tried for a long time to keep themselves in Soldier Field by getting a bunch of public dollars to help renovate the stadium, which public dollars makes sense because it benefits the public as well. And then they bought land in Arlington Heights to build a new stadium, and Illinois is saying, no, we're not going to help with infrastructure there. So the Bears are looking elsewhere, and Illinois might lose them to Indiana, who just passed a bill to commit $1 billion to help bring the Bears.
There's no way they're staying in Chicago.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna stop because they're not. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no fucking way they're staying in Chicago.
And
Fuck Illinois.
$1 billion.
Boom!
$1 billion, that's just public money. The Bears themselves will be putting up a bunch of, probably $1 billion themselves.
Tell me this: why would they buy the land without knowing that they're gonna?
I mean, they
get a
bought
stadium?
They bought it to build a stadium, and then land. You're always going to be able to sell land too.
Yeah, I mean it's
never a
real
bad
estate. It's the
idea.
best investment out there.
They bought the old horse track down there in Arlington Heights.
Yeah, apparently. Did they tear anything down, or is it
I
just
have no
they?
idea.
Yeah. But yeah, Illinois is going to fumble the bag on that historic franchise.
Good.
And
Fuck Illinois.
That state
That's
is a
not
cesspool.
There's no way you feel good about that.
I do, because there's a reason that
Mike.
dude. There's a reason that the Cubs, the Sox, the Bulls, the Bears, all of them are in the same. Illinois fucks with their professional teams so bad that it's unreal. I mean, the amount of money they pay to that state, and they're getting nothing in return.
Mhm.
Why is Illinois so broke?
Because Illinois is a shithole.
It's corrupt. It's terrible. It's a horrible state.
Yeah.
Just because of Chicago. If Chicago were its own state, the rest of
Yeah.
Illinois would be
We
just
pledged
fine.
not to bring politics into the show, so I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Okay, no, I did not know. I'm oblivious. To
I've been
that
biting
shit.
my
Me too,
tongue
for the
this
most
whole
part, yeah.
time on what I really want to say, so we're just gonna move on from that.
Okay.
That's why I hit the kaboom button instead.
Deal. Well, you're definitely gonna fucking lose the Bears then.
I'm okay.
I
with
didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah, but you're not like a local Chicago. It's not like you walk down the street to watch.
Well, you'll
the
still be a
Bears
Bears fan, an Indiana
Oh, for
Bears
sure,
fan.
for sure. But I don't think you're gonna catch me going to Gary, Indiana, the
You'll go
armpit
to a
of
game.
fucking Indiana.
You'd go to a game.
Oh yeah,
I'm a Vikings fan. Minnesota's a terrible state.
we got
I'll still go
my
to a
dog
Vikings
from
game.
I
Indiana,
wouldn't-
and
I'm
she's
pretty sure
fucking
I wouldn't
awesome.
support anything in Minnesota right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Just saying.
the whole state. It's been a terrible state for a
My
long
kids
time.
ain't going to daycare there
No, nobody's going to do it.
anymore. Actually, literally nobody. Okay.
Anyways,
All right, Steinus, you're up.
You want me to time myself?
yeah,
I
I
don't
might as
care.
well. It's right here.
It won't take me long.
All right.
My bare minimum award of the week is going to Canada for a couple of reasons here. We got one, they're cheaters. They cheated, still couldn't win.
Mm-hmm. Curling,
That's-
right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's pretty embarrassing. Actually, I'm pretty sure that so curling is like a very honorable sport. There's no refs, there's really no rules. It's like you play and
There's rules.
you're supposed to respect it. They actually set the cameras up because they knew they were cheating to prove the wrong that they were cheating. So cheaters still couldn't win. Bunch of losers. Lost to USA in hockey.
Twice.
Bare minimum couldn't score 5-on-3 in a power play. And you got second place in both teams. Just Canada fucking bare minimum. Do you suck? Hockey is not your sport anymore. USA.
Oh, you went over a minute.
I wanted to say USA too. I went
You know
over.
what? One of my favorite things about that was Nathan McKinnon from the Canada team. He goes, "What did he say?" He said, "Clearly, or
Something
you,
like,
you
you know-
watch and you'll be able to tell who the better team
Oh, yeah,
is."
who was the
Well,
better
clearly,
team?
the United States won, so
Right.
I would say them.
Right, right.
I mean, our goalie played good.
If you know, I think it was like if you know hockey, you know the better team. It's like, well,
The one that won?
Yeah, typically that's how it works.
That's why we
Interesting.
play.
Interesting.
If
why we play.
if it's a series, that's a different story.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a one gamer.
Yeah.
So
In your face,
yeah,
Canada.
yeah, fuck your loonies and your toonies and your maple syrup
Yeah.
and your officers that wear Mount Me hats.
I'd take their syrup.
Yeah, you would.
It's probably good.
We got good syrup here, man.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah. I guess I'm up.
Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada. All right, are you timing me or am I just going?
Oh, I'm
Mine's not
timing
going
you.
to take a
Timing.
minute.
I'm timing.
Okay, that's fine. Are you ready?
Ben.
Okay. My bare minimum award of the week goes to the automatic off and on of your engine, that thing that's put in your vehicle. No, it's fucking stupid. It doesn't save fuel mileage. It's just wear and tear, and all it does is just annoy you at every stoplight. So that's my bare minimum award of the week.
I actually,
Didn't they just outlaw that?
Yeah,
Or
they
or
actually
they're-
changed the law.
they're
They don't
starting
have
it.
to. They don't have. They're not mandated to put it in the vehicle.
I
anymore.
actually. Are you done?
Yeah, that was less than a minute.
Nice.
What else do I need to explain?
Nice.
Sorry.
The fucking stupid
I
button.
actually agree with that because it's been fucking very janky in my wife's. Well, it was my car, but like the car that my wife drives now.
The Subi?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It like. It's a very reliable car. It starts up every single fucking time we want it to start up. But when we're at a stoplight, it's like.
Yep. Welcome to the automatic shut off,
Sometimes it
shut
doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't start.
Yep.
It's like fuck. Okay, you gotta shut the car off. You gotta push the button.
Can you not hit the button to override that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Just sometimes you forget
Yeah, yeah.
because every time we start the car and shut the car off, it goes back to automatically doing it. So you have to manually shut it off.
Yeah, that is just passed a law that does not have to be put in vehicles
Nice.
Why was it a law that it had to be?
anymore. It was you told me not to bring politics on the
Something
show.
about emissions and stuff.
Yeah.
And
It was during the.
Is that really that political?
It was it was during the Obama administration when he was trying to push emissions hard, and he pushed that. And
Seems silly.
was it a part of that? Was after the cash for clunkers.
did you just
thing.
unzip your pants?
No, I set my fucking knee on the fucking steel
At least
bar
you're
down
wearing
here.
pants, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the cash for clunkers or tow your boat in or whatever and get free money.
Okay.
but a part of that
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Push, pull, drag it in sale.
Yeah, that rip off. So, anyways, that was our bare minimum award of the
Unless you
week.
fucking pushed your car in, then you got fucking.
Yeah, which ruined the
Mhm.
car industry. But
Anyways,
anywho, that's for a different
We're not
episode.
talking about that.
Yeah. So that was our bare minimum award of the week. If Ryan ever gets off his lazy butt and decides to edit these,
Ryan might quit after this.
why? The first one didn't have audio.
I called him out. You called him
Yeah,
out.
the first one didn't have audio.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what your first one was
I don't
because
know.
you definitely changed it up.
Self checkout
self-checkout.
tips.
Oh
tips,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's a whole episode right there.
Mhm.
It is. Yeah. That's why
We'll get there.
That's why I changed it up.
Invite me back on when you talk about
Yeah.
that. I've got some
You
opinions.
can come on
it.
anytime.
We can do that. Absolutely.
We can fit a fourth desk in here since Evan's made up. We just
Hey,
need four.
Evan is totally real, guys.
Yeah, we'll
I'll believe it
we'll
when we
we
see
see
it.
it.
Yeah.
Ah!
You guys can see it all
Oh,
you want.
fuck.
We're on YouTube. What?
Did we do that?
We got to do a quick shout out to our sponsor before we take off for the night. Badass Beard Care. We picked up Badass Beard Care a couple months ago.
Hold on with
and,
that.
Hold on with that. Is
Oh,
this the
man.
Viking?
This is the Viking. Yeah.
Okay,
Hold on,
yeah.
let me see
he's
that for
gotta
a
see
second.
that. So Badass Beard Care, all your beard necessities: oil, balm, butter, beard trimmers, combs, you name it. Beard wash, conditioner.
You do trimmers too, right?
Trimmers, yeah.
Oh,
so
nice.
That,
Okay.
yeah. Everything, man, and it's American made. It's veteran owned.
And they do
It's
apparel.
yeah,
Oh, that's
badass
cool.
to the bone.
Yeah.
And it's all natural ingredients, no additives.
Made in America
Already said
by
that.
veterans.
Already said that.
All natural.
I'm fucking selling the product, bro. Shut up. It's an infomercial.
So we got some different ones here. We got the Outlaw, we got the Viking, we got Ladies Man. I think Michael's going to throw some oil in his hand and he's going to put it in Austin's beard. You know, because that's
tradition.
It's tradition.
We've now recorded 3 times together, so
That has to be done 3 times, technically 4.
I'm coming in, bro. If you're ready for it, I'm coming in.
Have you ever had a man
There
caress
we
your beard?
go. There we go. See?
Ah!
Look at that. Don't do it. Don't do it, Mike.
why did that feel so good?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the hands, brother.
Now he's got to comb it out.
Yeah.
Comb your hands
Yeah.
out.
You got a nice gentle touch
Yeah,
there.
why were your
Thank you.
hands sweaty?
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
Were you drooling?
www.badassbeardcare.com/bare minimum. Go on there, order yourself stuff. Ladies, order your husband or your boyfriend or your mistress or Mr. whoever, your boss, whatever. Order someone some beard care because it smells good. I can smell Austin from here.
It smells great.
Um,
Which one did you put on me? The same one that I put on.
Viking.
Dude, your wife's gonna wake up just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
She's
what
gonna be
did
like,
you
"Ooh,
do?"
man, the
Uh,
pillowcase smells delicious.
Michael had that happen the first night we did it.
Yep.
You woke up and your son was like, "Dad,
Oh.
what's in your beard?"
Yeah, he did. Yeah, fucking Bubba.
So www.badassbeardcare.com/bare minimum. Get it ordered. Support the veterans. Support American made and support natural shit.
Yeah, I mean
So-
it's natural ingredients, and I mean that's the way to go.
Right.
There's really no other way to go. I mean, you support your troops. Come on now, American made. Come on now, support your
100%.
country.
It's good stuff.
100%.
I'm gonna have to order some of that. What's the website again?
www.badassbeardcare.com/bare minimum. I'll email it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do
Or
it.
text it to you.
I will be ordering. That's some good stuff. I don't
Yeah.
usually use products, and
Yeah.
I probably should.
And you know, I ordered butter, oil, and then beard wash and conditioner, and they threw in like a mystery scent oil,
Ooh,
so I got
okay.
an extra oil for it for because of what we spent. That stuff, I mean, people
That's gonna last you forever.
for a long time.
Yes.
The especially like the balm or the butter.
Yeah.
The butter's in a jar like this.
Mhm.
Well, they send a little guitar pick, and that's how you're supposed to
Oh.
put it on. You're
Yeah,
supposed
they
to
say
dig
like a
into
pea
it.
size. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll last you for a while. So if you spent $80 in beard care off of Badass Beard Care, that's gonna last you a year.
At
Yeah,
least,
I would
yeah.
assume more.
Yeah,
Probably
I mean,
that. Maybe not the shampoo and conditioner, but like
Right.
everything else probably will.
right. So feels smooth,
Yeah, it's nice. Oh yeah.
especially that comb.
The comb really does it, but if you can, just have somebody else rub it into your face.
Yeah. yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see. So
Preferably the wifey, but
so
Yeah.
Ryan
You
Ryan
take
put
what
it
you
in
can
Ryan put it in Michael's beard. Michael repaid it, put it in Ryan's beard. Now Michael put it in your beard.
All right.
yeah, it's gonna be a tradition. So if you want to
So
be,
now do I have to put it in Ryan's beard?
Yeah,
if
next time
here,
you're on,
Ryan,
for
yeah.
sure.
All right, I guess
That's
I'll
why I
come
just
on
sit
again.
on the far away.
I'm coming over next time.
So, anyways, badassbeardcare.com/bare minimum. Austin, thanks for coming on, man. It's been fun for 2 episodes
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
You're only going to see one, but for 2 episodes.
You could
Uh,
release the other one. I mean,
Guess what we're saying?
Does anybody know sign language?
Yeah.
AI might be able to put in our voices
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. I don't know if I want to try that. So go follow Skol Hop Podcast out of Bettendorf. All their socials. Even if you're not a Minnesota Viking fan, go follow them because we said so.
Oh, thanks,
What?
man.
Why don't you plug all your handles?
Yeah, it's just the Skol Hop everywhere.
all of
3
it?
words. It's. I mean,
Perfect.
if you Google the Skol Hop, you'll find our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it now.
Yep.
TikTok.
everything app.
We're everywhere. The SkolHop@gmail.com. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is probably the most comprehensive place to
Yeah.
find all of our stuff. So yeah, go check it out. We'd love it.
Perfect. Quick shout out to all of our sponsors, JCI Electric for JCI Studios.
Yep.
Call Tyler for any electrical needs. They're great. They're the best out there. You won't be disappointed. Van's Liquor Store, East Dubuque, Illinois, Cincinnati Avenue. Get all your beer, all your liquor, all your wine, all your pop, anything. You can go get it there. Tell Jeff hi. And Badass Beer Care we just did.
Absolutely.
And Deutsch
Deutsch.
Yeah.
Foods.
That's German, right?
It is.
You
yeah.
said you said that last episode. I'm like, yeah, Deutsch.
Of
Deutsch.
course.
Deutschland.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Deutsch edible cookie dough. Actually, really good. I know Michael's kids like it, and it's healthy for you. It's
All
not bad
natural,
for you. Yep.
vegan.
Not
that we're vegan in our house, but it is.
Go to Deutsch Foods, place your order, use coupon capital TBMS 52031. That's the bare minimum show initials and our zip code.
Nice.
Yep.
Capital TBMS 52031. Deutsch Foods edible cookie dough. With that, stay tuned for episode 7. We don't really have anything to go on that. And thanks for joining us. That's it for the bare minimum. We've done enough. Twice.